Hello, creators. Registration for our next Wellness Center Creators Retreat opens September 1st, 2025. And we'd love to have you join us in person September 22nd through 25th, 2026.
We've only got 20 spaces per track, so be sure to check out the options and see which one fits you and any leadership team members you may want to bring along.
If you register before the end of the year, you'll get the early bird rate plus some great VIP perks.
All the details are at wellnesscentercreators.com/retreats. We seriously can't wait to see you there.
Before we get into today's episode, I'd like to take a moment to chat about our sponsor, Jane, a clinic management software and EMR. Your evenings and weekends should be spent with loved ones, not chasing down your patients and clients for payment. That's why Jane has designed a secure payment solution that helps reduce the amount of time you spend manually following up with patients. Clients can save their credit card details and insurance policy information securely through your intake form, which can then be conveniently processed after your time together. And if they've got an outstanding balance, you can send a payment request via email or SMS that allows your patients to pay off their balance online from the comfort of their homes. To see how Jane can help you reclaim your after-work hours, head to jane.app to book a personalized demo. Or if you're ready to get started, you can use the code WELLNESS1MO at the time of sign-up for a 1-month grace period applied to your new account. Hi there, and welcome to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. I'm Kendall Hagensen.
And I'm Anna Rudell. We're thrilled to have you join us on this journey of creating innovative, patient-centered wellness centers.
As experienced health and wellness providers, we've seen firsthand the challenges of delivering comprehensive, holistic care to our patients.
That's why we created this podcast, to share the knowledge, strategies, and insights we've gained from our own experiences and from connecting with experts in the field.
Each episode, we'll dive into a different aspect of building and growing a successful wellness center, from developing a strong multidisciplinary team to implementing cutting-edge technologies and treatment approaches.
We'll also share practical tips, resources, and real-world examples to help you overcome common obstacles and streamline your processes.
Our goal is to empower you with the tools and confidence you need to create a thriving wellness center that truly makes a difference in your patients' lives.
So whether you're just starting out or looking to take your existing practice to the next level, you're in the right place.
Get ready to learn, grow, and be inspired. Let's create something amazing together.
Welcome to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. Today on the show, Anna and I are going to talk about our next Wellness Center Creators Retreat that's happening in the fall of 2026. We are super excited. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Kendall. How's it going?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing well. I am getting excited for this retreat. It's been... This one's going to be quite different, isn't it?
It's going to be the same, but different and elevated. And yeah, I'm getting excited. It's over a year away. We're recording this in June of 2025. So registration is opening in September. And we are opening registration a whole year early to give people a long opportunity for, early bird options and things like that. But to also help us plan, because when we plan such a large event, there's so many layers and the hotel involved and things like that and all the vendors. And so I know past retreat attendees, I got a message the other day from one of our international attendees who was asking if they could come again and really wanting to find registration and make sure they get a spot. So it's just, there's excitement in the air.
I cannot wait. So refresh my memory in terms of the location, because in previous years it's been at Vancouver Wellness
Studio. Yes. So it's been held in Vancouver, Washington, both years we've done it so far. We're going to hold it same spot, Vancouver, Washington, downtown. But all the workshops themselves will be mostly held in the hotel this year in their conference spaces and ballrooms, because we are going to have 40 attendees instead of 20 attendees, plus our 10 to 15 facilitators. So we'll have about 50 people. So our clinic, our movement studio in our clinic space is not going to be big enough for 50 people. So we will do most of the workshops on site at the hotel. We will also have field trips to both Vancouver Wellness Studio locations. So the spa location is at the hotel. So that's a short field trip. And then for anyone who's come in the past, remembers our original or our kind of first location is just a couple blocks away from the hotel. So it's just a short walk, and we'll do some field trips.
Get the legs stretched, see different walls, but also I always enjoy seeing another clinic in action, and your staff members are always so welcoming. You know, it's always nice to get those ideas, and
it's a huge reason why we host it here in Vancouver and not, somewhere, not in Hawaii or something. Which,
although I have thrown that out as an option, Kendall.
Although, not saying we won't ever do that. But one of the big reasons why I've always loved hosting it here and want to continue to host it here is for people to see a functioning wellness business, and to get, like you said, get ideas about design, get ideas about how systems are flowing, and to see it actually in real life, in real time. We will have, we're doing the 2-track option this year. So we'll have 20 people in the Bloom track, and that will be our business owners who are solo providers currently, or they have a small group practice and they don't have a wellness center yet, but they want one. They want a multidisciplinary team. They want to expand to wellness services. And for them especially, or anyone who hasn't been before, to be able to see how a wellness center might function in real life, I think is super important to the experience. And then we'll have the Grow track, which is for our returning members to the retreat, those who have larger practices or already have wellness centers and are wanting to level up even more, right? Maybe they're considering another location or selling their business or expanding leadership teams, things like that.
Yeah. So when you said for the Bloom track that it's for small solo practices or small group practices that want to expand into wellness center, is there space for those who might be in one modality that just want to grow or add employees?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it all applies. We've definitely had people come to the retreat before who want to just grow in one discipline, and all of the information is still pertinent.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So I wanted to make sure that those of you out there who are just in one discipline don't feel excluded, because that is not the case at all.
For sure. Anna, what are you most excited about? What are you planning on teaching on this time?
Well, you know me, I do love a good system. And as I've said on many an occasion, it's not because I love intricacy, it's because I need the freedom that the system gives me. So we're going to talk a lot about systems. So for the Bloom track, we're going to talk about identifying what might you need in a clinic, because I think when we're just us in a clinic or we have one other associate, we don't realize that we need systems in place because we're doing everything. And so we wing it because we've evolved our practice and we know what needs to be done. So we don't really identify, okay, today I'm going to work on this and tomorrow I'm going to work on this. We don't really identify that. And then as we grow in the grow track, right? Bloom track and then
grow. Yep.
Growth track. Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to scale them and what we can get rid of and what we can hone and make a little bit more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Honestly, y'all, Anna is the queen of systems, and I'm excited for you to teach on that topic again. It's so foundationally important to running any business. So
Right.
we absolutely have to include it. And then we have, all of our favorite returning
Yay.
facilitators. Yay. We've got Megan Nina talking about interior design for wellness spaces. And for those who don't know, Articulate Design Company and Megan Nina, they were and are physiotherapists or physical therapists. And then they created an interior design company. And so they have this really amazing viewpoint of the clinician when designing wellness spaces. So they'll be there teaching for both. All the facilitators are going to teach for both tracks. We've got Robin, our money guy.
Yes.
He's also a clinician. What's so cool, right? All of our facilitators are also clinicians for the most part. So they really do understand both sides of the coin, pun intended.
Ba-dum.
Who else? We have Jess, Dr.
Jess.
Jess returning. He always does such a good job of helping with that self-development piece, like self as leader. And
he's just a master speaker, isn't he? I just sit in awe.
Truly. Yeah. For those who don't know, he's so many things. He's a doctor of acupuncture. He's a massage therapist. He's taught, he's been a professor at massage and acupuncture schools. And he owns an online continuing education company. And he's just all around pretty awesome. But he's a really, really good speaker and teacher. We've got Josh. Chanel and Josh. Chanel, in the past, she's always done such a wonderful job with this idea of manifestation, right? And breaking it down in a way that is not overly woo-woo,
Yeah.
because I think we can get caught up in the idea of manifestation as being like, oh, it's just very woo-woo. But she has the amount that she's manifested in her life is just a testament to this process that she teaches. And she is a very successful wellness center owner. And Dr. Josh, creator of Trust Your Care and chiropractor, business owner. He's always passionate about patient communication. So
he has wonderful stories, Josh. He teaches through stories. I absolutely love them. Last time he had us just all hanging on his every word with sort of tears brimming up in our eyes as we were all just learning through his experiences. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's a wonderful storyteller. I brought my marketing guy last year, Scott, and he'll be coming in 2026. And he, I know many of our listeners can relate to hiring the wrong person to do your marketing and hiring someone who says, oh, I'm going to make your SEO amazing and I'm going to do Google ads for you and I'm going to do all these things without any results. And it costs you an, exorbitant amount of money. So we finally found Scott a couple of years ago and we finally have the right guy, the right person. So we're going to bring him along again. Who are we missing? There's going to be a couple new facilitators too.
Do tell. I'm not privy to this yet, Kendall. This is breaking news.
Well, can you pull up the site and make sure we're not missing anyone? And I'll talk about the new facilitators.
Sure.
So I did just get confirmation. One of my commercial real estate broker here, his name's Adam, and he has helped me find both of our locations and worked with us over and over again over the years for our leases. So he's going to jump in and do some teaching on commercial leases and purchasing commercial spaces and things like that, and what to look for, how to not get taken advantage of, stuff like that.
Yep, we haven't missed anybody.
Okay, great. Yeah, and then I'm still percolating. There's a couple more. I'm looking at potentially a healthcare attorney. It would be really fun to hear from a healthcare attorney at the retreat. It's difficult because it's so specific to each person's state or province or where they're from. But I think if it's the right person, they could still share important information, and things to consider. I'm also considering a healthcare specific VA team, virtual assistant team, that could bring some knowledge, or just answering specific questions for people, or helping with like that sort of flow of things. I think a lot of clinic owners are doing what they can to automate and outsource, and but then again, it's similar to marketing, where I think a lot of wellness business owners have hired the wrong VA, and it just becomes more work for them. So yeah, and Anna and I and the rest of the facilitator team are still thinking about potentially additional ideas for facilitators, but the core group will be there.
Woohoo! Can't wait. It's always such a good vibe. It's the best thing I think I do. Even though I help facilitate, I absolutely love being there. It just fills my heart.
Just being in community. I think that's what we hear the most in the feedback throughout and after each retreat is, the content is helpful. And people learn new things, but the connections that are made and being in community for 4 days, and really walking away with this next time, it'll be walking away with 40 to 50 new colleagues that you can reach out to and work together on things with. And how cool is that?
Yeah. I think it's important to remember that for some of us, stepping outside of our comfort zone and going to these things can be overwhelming and scary, because we maybe think, oh, bloody hell, it's coaching. We're going to have to go deep and be vulnerable. And this is not that. This is really taking the time to go into reflection about your business and where you are in your business and where you want to take the business. And it's more of a workshop situation. And there is vulnerability because, stuff comes up.
Yeah, there's a deep connection.
Others. Yeah.
And I think it, in past years, right, by the end, where we have formed a very trusted circle and people, feel pretty comfortable sharing, but for the most part. But I agree with Anna. It's very much personalized to you and your team. I really encourage people this next time to bring at least one leadership team member with them. And I wonder if you agree, Anna, where it will allow you to really work on the business together for those 4 days. And it's very impactful to be able to have that teammate. We had a couple different groups did that last time, and they really felt like they got so much out of it and made so much progress by the end.
So I bought my clinical coordinator last time, and I have to say it bonded us in a way that I don't think staying in the office could have done, because we were able to spend that time strategizing and thinking about the company, but also getting to know one another outside of being at work. This year I'm bringing 2, so that's a couple of spots gone, Kendall. I know. To know that right now.
We only have 20 spots in each track, Anna. That'll be wonderful. And I know we had one attendee who came by herself the first year, and then last year she brought 2 people with her.
2,
or 3.
Yeah.
And then this next time, I think she's bringing 5 with her. And the feedback was the difference between the first year of going back home to them and trying to relay the information, right, and get the buy-in. Because at that time, she was doing that first transition from just one modality to then adding additional modalities. And so she has quite a large group counseling practice. And so getting the buy-in from all the therapists, right, on that initial stage, or even the leadership team, and coming back from the retreat herself and just trying to relay it all, that's much different than having those core leadership people there with you. And then by the end of that, they're all bought in and understand why this is so important to her. And now it's important to them.
Right.
So now they're ready to help build that forward with excitement.
Yeah. It's worth taking the time, even though it's a huge hassle on the other end to keep the business running. It's worth it.
Yeah. It's such a good time. And if you haven't been before, we'll have or even if you have, we'll have a lot of the same things offered, right? So everyone coming will get a spa treatment while you're here. If you choose to, there's lots of different options, but that's included in your registration. One thing that we're really elevating this next time in 2026 is going to be the food. So we are doing a catered breakfast and catered lunch every day for the entire group. And so we have our own private area. Yes, I know. Anna just learned about that. It's going to feel a little fancy, and I am here for it. So that will feel leveled up a bit and give us more time actually as a group to have those more informal connections and conversations.
That'll be great.
And the food's going to be super yummy. And then we'll have our group reception dinner again this next time, but it'll be, on a larger scale. What else?
And all the food, I just want to point out that you're so good about food and making sure that there's all the gluten-free and the dairy-free options.
Yes. Yeah. So we try to be, the intake form is very thorough. So we want to know your food restrictions. We want to know any accommodations that you need. The hotel is, if we just let them know what we need, we can, they're great about providing anything. So that's all in the intake form. The registration process is a little different. It's actually quite different this year. And so maybe I'll speak on that a little bit. In past years, it's been more of people applying through the website and then me working with them one-on-one to go through the registration process. For 2026 retreat, if you just go to the Wellness Center Creators website, so wellnesscentercreators.com /retreats, or you can click on programs and go to the retreats page, you will see every detail for the 2026 retreat. You will see that registration opens September 1st, 2025. We are opening registration a year in advance. You'll see the codes for early bird registration discount. You'll see the code for if you're going to share a room, and there's also a discount offered for sharing a room. And then you'll see there's buttons to register. This time around, you can just register online. It'll take you to a link through Jane app, and you can put in your registration. It will ask you for your credit card information. When you do that initial registration online, it will not charge you. It's just going to take your credit card information that you want to put the payment on for the retreat. The step after that is you're going to receive a link to fill out your full registration intake form. That piece is super important. Your registration is not complete until you finish that form and payment is taken. So there's a few options for payment. We do have a payment plan option, and everything's laid out in detail on the webpage. But once you do that initial registration online, be looking in your email for that link to fill out your form. It's going to take you through the form. It's going to be logistical questions for you, like, do you have any, food allergies? It's also going to be more of an intake form for the retreat to help us understand you and your business and how we can best support you. And then at the end, there'll be choices for which fee option, right? Are you doing the early bird? Are you sharing a room? Or do you want to do the payment plan? All of those things. And then at the end of that, then your card that you've entered will be charged. At that point, then you now have that spot secured. And if you are bringing additional team members, each team member will need to register through that same process. Does that make sense to you, Anna?
It does. That was quite involved, Kendall, but I was scrolling through the website as you talked, so that was good. But as far as I can see, if you do register in September, then you give yourself a good runway in terms of a payment plan, which makes it really doable.
Yes, that's why we opened it so early, to really give people an opportunity. And it's the same. We did not increase the price really from last year. It's about the same as last time, and so that was important to me to keep it similar. But we opened it so early so that people can have that space to spread out the payments.
Great, because I will be taking advantage of that.
Yeah. Well, and if you want to bring a team member or two with you, right, and you want to spread out those fees, you can sign one person up in September, one person up in October, or even December, and kind of spread it out. So we were definitely thinking about those things as well.
Perfect. That sounds amazing. And then you also get, I'm looking over here, you also get a discount if you have people sharing a room.
Yes.
Which is quite nice as well.
If you're that's another reason to bring your teammate. And right now we don't have an option to share a room with someone you don't know. So if you would really like the discount and don't know anyone else coming, please email me, Kendall@wellnesscentercreators.com. And I will try to match you with someone else who is written in that wants to do that. Like if you'd really like to share a room, you don't mind that it's someone you haven't met before and you want the discount, please let me know. Right now it's set up, to be someone that you are familiar with and are choosing to share that room together. I think the last thing that's going to be a bit different, well, there's a couple of things. Because we're hosting most of the event in the hotel, there's a much better setup for our sponsors to have booths there. So it will be, and the booths will be more accessible for the attendees to kind of visit and interact with throughout. And so we're very intentional about who we bring as a sponsor and to have a booth there. So that's very exciting. And then the other difference is I'll be teaching throughout the retreat and I will absolutely be there. But I decided I'm going to do a keynote address this time.
Oh, how wonderful.
News to Anna. But you'll see on the web page. I'm going to do a keynote for both tracks for the whole group. And part of that is the physical space allows for that in a different way, being at the hotel. So I've already started planning my keynote and I'm getting excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. Good. So, okay. So you'll know what to do.
When you
go
get to the webpage.
wellnesscentercreators.com/retreat.
We can't decide if it's a / or a /.
We can't. So we're just saying / now.
we're just saying /. So you figure it out.
We don't know our slashes very well.
But really the webpage has every detail. And if you have questions, just email me or DM on Instagram. And we're here to answer questions. And we are super, super excited to see you there. There's going to be a lot of returning people who have been to the retreat before. And, we're hopefully making space for lots of new people who have never been. And I'm excited to meet all of you. I do encourage you to look at registration on the earlier side. I was telling Anna before we hopped on, we've done the retreat twice and we have this quite large group of people who have been before, and then also a list of interested people who have waited to come. And so I do think that it will fill on the earlier side. So that's our encouragement. Take a look at the webpage and let us know if you have any questions.
All right. This is super exciting. Now I'm feeling a bit nervous. I better look at my systems.
Okay.
My systems teaching. I've only got a year and a bit, Kendall.
We have to plan.
About 15 months.
Have a good one, Anna. Thanks for being here.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Wellness Centre Creators podcast. We hope you found this episode informative and valuable.
If you enjoyed the show, please consider subscribing and leaving a rating and review. Your support helps us reach more health and wellness professionals like you.
For additional resources, show notes, and more episodes, visit our website at wellnesscentrecreators.com.
We'd love to connect with you and hear your thoughts, experiences, and questions. Feel free to reach out to us through our website or social media channels.
Once again, thank you for listening. We appreciate your dedication to providing exceptional patient care.
Join us next time as we continue exploring the world of wellness center creation. Until then, take care and keep making a difference.
Thanks for listening to the Wellness Centre Creators podcast.